What's good, everybody? I'm your boy Twan, and welcome back to the Rise Podcast. If you haven't already subscribed already, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Join the family. Just join the family, man. Don't fight it. Just come on, bring it in. You know what I'm saying? Join the family. Uh, hit that like button too. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that. Hit that like button. All right now. All right. All right now. Let's get into it. Raptors Celtics. I told everybody, man. Okay, first of all, they lost the game by 22 points, 111-89. Uh, Spicy P, can we drop that name? I don't even know why y'all gave that man that name, Spicy P. Spicy P? I wouldn't even want that shit. But, all right, whatever. Pascal Siakam, he ain't no number one guy, bro. I like him. I like him as a player. If I had the option to have him on my team, I would love to have him on my team. But if he on my team, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's my number one guy, and we finna win the ring because we got Pascal Siakam. We just got to put some pieces around him, and we good. No, that's not going to work. And it's like he's really getting exposed as a number one guy. And in the Brooklyn series, he didn't even take control of the Brooklyn series. They beat Brooklyn handily, but it seemed like Fred VanVleet was the best player on that team in the Brooklyn series. I mean, Fred was going off in the Brooklyn series. Pascal, he was playing okay, but I didn't see him as like, oh my gosh, like that man, the truth, like, yeah, that's Toronto right there. That's Toronto right there. Like, no, I didn't think of that. In this series, he's not playing that way. I mean, look at his numbers. 13 points, 5-16 shooting, over 3 from the field. Over 3 from 3, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 23 points. Finally had a good game, 23 points and 11 rebounds. And 10 points. You can't give me 13, 17, 16, 23, and 10 and be like, okay, that's my number one guy. We win the ring because of him. No, man, he's not a number one guy. And another thing, who the hell told him he could shoot threes? I mean, you look at his 3-point numbers right here. Game 1, 0 for 3 from 3. Game 2, 1 for 4 from 3. Game 3, 1 for 4. 2 for 13 in game 4. I mean, what the fuck? 2 for 13? Jesus Christ. And then game 5, 0 for 2. I mean, yo, you can't shoot that bad, man. Like, you really cannot shoot that bad. I ain't even added up all these numbers because I don't even want to do it to him. But I'm fixing to, though. I'm about to do this math in my head real quick. But I'm going to let him slide. I'm going to let him slide. But, no, I ain't going to let him slide. Fuck that. 15, 18, 21, 24. 1, 2, 4. This man 4 for 24 from 3 in 5 games. Oh my God, man. Nick Nurse, bro, what is you saying to this man? Like, why are you not pulling the plug? When I say pull the plug, I don't mean I'm talking about like, tell this man to stop shooting so many threes. It's like, you 6'10". You 6'10". You don't get it twisted. You're not a shooter. It's like people get it twisted, make it seem like, oh, he a shooter. Oh, he can shoot. It's the difference between being a shooter and having the ability to shoot. Devin Booker's a shooter. Steph is a shooter. Clay's a shooter. You know what I'm saying? All those guys are shooters. When they catch the ball and they're wide open, you like, damn, that's a bucket. Pascal catch the ball and he wide open for 3. It's just like, okay, box up. We gonna get this. And if he hit it, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. If he hot, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can get hot. Me and you can get hot. You know what I'm saying? I was a streaky shooter. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I wasn't a shooter. I was a scorer. Like I was a streaky shooter though. That's what Pascal is. He's a streaky shooter. If he's hot, if he hit his first 2, he might get on the roll. But that's a lot of players in the league. But he's not a shooter. He's not a guy who can shoot himself out of the slump. Steph can start 0 for 4 from 3, and then Steph can just heat up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't do that. That's hard because that takes a lot of like mental toughness as well. Like a lot of guys beat themselves up when they start the game bad shooting the ball. Like you miss your first 3 or 4 shots from 3, and it's like, dang, I'm not hitting nothing. I hope this one go in. Now you're just throwing it up. Versus Curry, you know what I'm saying? It's the same routine every time, same mechanics. He's thinking he's gonna make the next one. It's just like, that's bull. Like I'm gonna make the next one. And even if he shoot bad, they all look good. it just look every time it leave his hands, it look good. Same thing with Book. Same thing with Brad Bill. I mean, it's a lot of guys who are shooters in the league that can actually shoot the basketball. Pascal can't shoot, and it's like this man like 4 for 24 from three. Come on, man. Like at some point you gotta say, man, I gotta stop shooting so many dang on threes. He need to realize that the three ball is just a plus in his game, but that's not his game. That's not who he is. He plays hard. He's long. He can put the ball on the floor. He has size. He can finish, run the basket. He plays with a lot of energy. He has a high motor. And the plus is, he can pass on the move pretty decently. And you know what I'm saying? It's a plus that he can shoot the ball as well a little bit, but he's not a shooter. He needs to someone needs to reel him back in and be like, okay, I need you to do something else for us. You know what I'm saying? He just got to be more aggressive, with his mid-range game, his post game, going to the paint. Because Boston look like they're the number one team on the defensive end of the basketball right now. They only allowed Toronto to score over 100 points one time. I mean, if you look at the numbers right now, I mean, Toronto got 94 in the first game, 99 in the second game, 103. I mean, shoot, they came 103 and 89 and 100. They only allow 100 points twice. So it's just like, I mean, and they're low hundreds too. It's not no no highway to the basket with them. They play really physical. They got some dogs, and I like the adjustment that Brad Stevens made too, as well. The defensive end. I mean, seeing that Kyle Lowry got going in Game 4. I mean, Kyle Lowry got going in Game 4. I mean, he filled the stat sheet. He had like 22, 11, 7, 2, and 2. He filled the whole stat sheet. And then when Game 5 came, you see with the adjustment he made, he put Marcus Smart on him. Because it's already Fred VanVleet is kind of like being capped out a little bit because it's like he got Jaylen Brown on him, and the size difference is just like that matters. Fred VanVleet is probably like 6 foot. Jaylen Brown could go for like 6'7", something like that. So it's like a whole 7 inches on him, and he's long. He playing physical, and he's all up in him. And you got Marcus Smart. He's a dog. He's getting all up in Lowry. He's making it tough on Lowry to do what he want to do. So now it's like, okay, Pascal, you got to do something. You got to be the answer. If you're going to be the number one guy, you got to be that guy who we can rely on. When everything's not going well, you can bring us home to the promised land. And he's just not that guy. If you're a number one guy, to know that you're a number one guy, if we're going into the fourth quarter, we're down by 8, and you're playing, I feel like we got a chance to win this ball game because I feel like you can have those heroic games where it's like you keep us in the game, you bring us back, you hit some amazing shots, make some amazing plays, and it's a tie game now. I mean, he's not that guy. He's not a guy who can just control the game because he's not the best ISO player. So he's really like a slash. I see Pascal as like a slasher. I see him as like a slasher. That's where he's best at. Going to the basket, full head of steam, and making plays. He can defense come, kick it out, pass it on the move. He's real good at that for his size, his position, and finishing around the basket. But all these threes got to stop, man. I got Boston coming out the East anyways. I got Boston because Boston, I love how they play because it's like they could just hang their hat on offense. Because they have legitimately 4 or 5 guys that can get you 20. I say 4 or 5 because it's a solid 4, but people sleep on Marcus Smart, I feel like. Marcus Smart, he was a bucket in college at Oklahoma State. He was a legit bucket. Came in the league. He basically never had that opportunity to just flourish as that guy, as that scorer. So he embraced his defense a lot more. Not a shooter, but he's a guy who I feel like he can get you 20 if he's the number 1 or 2 guy on your team. Or number 2. I'm not gonna say number. He's not a number 1. Okay, but as a number 2 or 3 guy on the team, he can have games where he can get you 20. So it's like, and it's consistently, if he's hanging his hat on off, if he knows he got to get you 20 points, he's going to do that. Right now, he's getting, he's putting up really good numbers, and he's really hanging his hat on the defensive end. His job is to stop Kyle Lowry, disrupt Kyle Lowry. He made first team all defensive this year for a reason. One of the best defenders in the league on the perimeter. And yeah, they have too much. I feel like they're just overwhelming a lot of teams with their talent. And Gordon Hayward not even playing. That's the thing. Gordon Hayward not even playing, and they're doing this to Toronto. So I mean, you can just imagine when he comes back, what's going to happen. So I got Boston to win this series. I got Boston to win tonight. Actually, it's not going to go to Game 7. I predict that, and I got Boston to come out the East. I think Boston will beat Miami and beat Miami, and they're gonna go to the finals and lose. But yeah, that's what I got, man. Appreciate everybody for watching. Yes, sir.